Hello YouTube, hello MGTOW, hello Redpill, this is Redpill in the wind. Now, my thoughts have been all over on this. But I'm going to start where it hits home. The black community. But this is universal for all communities. You complain, a lot of you ladies complain about MGTOW and the Redpill. Ladies complain about their men being closeted. Right? But you're up here, first things foremost, you basically say that if a man doesn't date a trans woman, it's transphobic. And if a man doesn't date another man, or you say that your acceptance of all of this, but yet you shame MGTOW and the Redpill. Right. Those are the ones that were lucky. See, many of you ladies can be so terrible, so mean-spirited, so ill-mannered, so ill-tempered and ill-mannered that you manage to turn your men gay. Straight on gay. You ever think think about that? That you're so ill-tempered, ill-mannered, ill-behaved that you turn off that man from women into the arms of another man. But yet, you complain about it. It seems kind of crazy. That on one hand you're accepting it, and on the other hand you're shaming it. It doesn't equal out. When you take red food color and you put it in the water, it's still the same water, but now it's just got red food coloring in it. It's not pure water. That's essentially what you're doing. So, instead of complaining about it, you should be ashamed that a lot of you have basically made yourselves so terrible that a man would rather turn himself out than to be with another woman. It's, you should feel terrible that a man would rather get a passport and spend money to go travel somewhere else than to be with you. You should feel terrible that a man would go out of his way to avoid you and avoid relationships with your compadres, with your freaking comrades and bloody rags, than to be with you. You should feel terrible that you've made such of an impact. You made such an impact on a man's life, on men's life, that they would rather be single for the rest of their lives. It's funny. It's funny. It baffles me. That you celebrate, that you basically are not just so disloyal And you think that a ring automatically makes things... No. You have to earn that ring at this point. You've done yourselves and men so dirty that they want nothing to do with you. Let that sink in. Let that rattle around in your head. Let that rattle around in your head. Let that roll around in your head like a fine... Let that swirl around in your head. Let that swirl around in your head like a fine glass of wine. That the men that are here, it's only the minority, that a lot of the men here either A, don't want nothing to do with you, for the simple fact that they just rather be single and alone for the rest of their lives. B, are traveling, getting out the country, would rather leave the country to find somebody. C, are turned out to another man's arms. I bet you if I do any statistics that I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that the amount of gay men to lesbians, there will be a lot more gay men than lesbians. And if there are, guess what? I equate to at least 10% of them was turned out because they were sick of women, because they were sick of the women that they had access to. So don't whine, so don't complain, don't cry, don't whine, complain, and moan about it. I would say do better. I would say do better, but I already know I don't have the confidence that you could possibly do better. You know, I don't have the confidence or the faith that you could actually do better. So it is what it is. Red Pill in the Wind signing off.